I want to give a shout out to our new sponsor here on the channel, PrizePicks. If you want to add some excitement to this football season, PrizePicks is the best way to do it. I've been crushing it already this year. It's super easy. You just pick 2 or more players, choose if they'll go for more or less on their projected stats, and boom, place your entry. It's super simple and fast. Lock in your picks in less than 60 seconds. And to play, I have just the deal for you guys. When you sign up with PrizePicks, use code DoubleMove. You'll get a guaranteed $50 when you play just $5 in lineups. Plus, get the special Caleb Williams promo running right now. If he throws for just half a yard, you're good to go. So go to prizepicks.com or download the app and use my code DoubleMove to claim your $50. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Last night, Dallas got a win. Ugly or not, they got a win, but it came at a real cost to this depth chart. So far this year, Dallas has already played snaps without their top 3 corners. Diggs missed a little bit of time in last night's game because of dehydration. He did come back. Deron Bland has been out with a fractured foot ever since the beginning of the year. And then Kalen Carson didn't play last night with an injury. And then it somehow got even worse for this defense, a unit that has struggled to do just about everything this year, and they took some serious damage in the injury department. DeMarcus Lawrence went down after trying to make a play on Daniel Jones, and after that, he did have his foot taped up and was standing on the sideline, but he never re-entered the game. Then, Micah Parsons went down later into the fourth quarter when a lineman landed on his leg, ankle. We know now that it was an ankle injury because he was diagnosed with a high ankle sprain and is likely going to miss 2 to 4 weeks. But on the bright side, the Cowboys did avoid any season-ending injury for those 2 guys. Tom Pelissero tweeted about DeMarcus Lawrence. He is expected to miss multiple weeks because of the foot injury he suffered Thursday night per sources. With Micah Parsons dealing with a high ankle sprain, Dallas will now likely be without 2 of its top defenders until after the Week 7 bye. So now we have to talk about what now? What do the Cowboys do without their top 2 pass rushers? And I mean, what a absolute devastating blow for this unit. We thought it was bad before these 2 injuries, and now I'm extremely worried. People like to hate on DeMarcus Lawrence, but ESPN has him 12th in the league in pass rush win rate and 4th in run stop win rate amongst edge players. That's a huge loss. And obviously losing Micah really hurts the entire defense because he's your best player. This unit is already very thin at a couple spots. The defensive tackle group is thin, the cornerback room is extremely thin as we saw last night, and now the edge room is without its top 2 players. So who do the Cowboys have to fill in? Well, you have guys currently on the roster like Chauncey Golston, Carl Lawson, Marshawn Kneeland. That's it. Sam Williams is already on IR, and it gets real thin real quick. I mean, you're probably an injury away from not having any edge players to play in a rotation. And Chauncey Golston has played 3 tech for a majority of his Cowboys career under Dan Quinn. He wasn't really much of an edge player, but with Mike Zimmer, he has done that a little bit more. That's not a guy that you want getting 45, 50 snaps a game, which means that Will McClay and this front office are going to have to start working the phone. That unit needs help fast. 2 names that come to mind if Dallas did want to trade for an edge player. One is Hassan Reddick, the disgruntled Jets pass rusher that still hasn't played in an NFL game this year. I mean, he wants to get paid. That's why he's sitting out. So I don't really know how well that would work, but it's a name you throw out there, a guy that could be a difference maker. And then you have Azeez Ojulari, who the Cowboys played last night from the Giants. He hasn't really produced heavily for the Giants over the past 2 years since they signed him. Could be an option from an NFC East rival that you just beat. The Giants are 1-3. Maybe they could be in sell mode. I just don't know how it would work being a rival. Another problem with the pass rusher market is it's hard to find really good pass rushers, and when teams do find them, they usually keep those guys around. It's not something a team is going to freely give up. And quite frankly, for the Cowboys, they aren't giving up any significant draft capital for a pass rusher. They're more than likely going to move a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick and try to get another body in there that can kinda play NFL football. I can tell you how this front office is going to try to do this. Now, this isn't any kind of report, just my opinion. Micah and Tank are going to be back in around a month. Their mantra, their motto is going to be survive until it gets too bad to ignore. And then if it does get to that point, then they make a move. I think they're going to try to ride this thing out with what they have on the roster and on the practice squad. It probably won't be good. Maybe that's a hot take, but they're going to look at this on the bright side and say that Micah could be back in 2 weeks and Tank will be back in 4 or 5. They can survive 2 weeks without Micah. Once he comes back, everything's okay. The Band-Aid is back on the defense. But I'm interested to see how Micah progresses through his injury, because 2 weeks is obviously 14 days, but the Cowboys have a game in 9 days now and 10 days from that injury. How fast he progresses, and if there's even a chance that he's a game time decision against the Steelers, with the Cowboys kind of having their little mini bye right here where all these injuries are starting to stack up. I'm interested in going to get a pass rusher. I don't think signing a guy off the street, bringing guys up from your practice squad is going to get the job done for the next month if that's what it comes down to. Start calling about pass rushers, give up a 4th round pick, give up your 2nd round pick. You're awful with them anyways, but it just sucks they have to allocate resources towards that when I think they could use another wide receiver. I think they could use a running back. And now they could really use an edge rusher. Can't really trade away all of your draft picks, especially with a team like the Cowboys that like to draft and draft pretty well. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos coming out this week. A ton of videos planned over this little bye week that the Cowboys have. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And I guess see you guys next time. I love you all.